Hello and welcome to Hexa Talk, an industry refresher powered by Hexanica. I'm your host Aditi Iyer, and today we have Yogesh Pandit with us, founder and CEO of Hexanica. Welcome, Yogesh.
Thank you, Aditi. How are you?
I'm good. So, today's banking landscape is driven by data. Insights derived from data can help business focus resources such as people, money on key areas that require valuable resources. Um, we have captured data, extracted it, transformed it, and stored it where data from a variety of sources from across the bank are integrated. And but is this enough, Yogesh?
So, the question of extracting, transforming, storing, and etc. actually varies across the size of the institutions. So let's split, the large or the mega regional banks, super regional banks, and smaller institutions. So starting with the larger institutions, yes, their data journeys have started maybe 20 years ago, when first it started with mainframe, then Oracle and traditional data warehousing concept. Now there is a data lake concept, there is Hadoop, there is, several new technologies. On top of it, now you have cloud service providers enabling various data services. What I've observed in the large financial institutions, start with large financial institution, is they have also enabled chief data officer as a title whose whole responsibility or focus is supposed to be to convert or build the organization as a data centric organization. We have seen various challenges from people's standpoint on the data side, where the CDOs have been changing roles every 4 or 5 years. They do not necessarily have the strategic view of the data, which is driven by customers or use cases. Sometimes they do not have the control on technology as well. And sometimes the strategy and the business focus and technology and the role of data or CDOs is not aligned. So that I can clearly say that it is not enough. Having said that, there are several large financial institutions that are doing awesome job of enabling new technology stacks. There are a lot of low-code, no-code softwares that are available that can be used to accelerate the data journey. And there is, I think, a lot to do from people's standpoint, especially the chief data officer's role, the whole gamut of what responsibilities to be given to chief data officers, as well as from process standpoint, automating, standardizing, and overall making it better. That is large banks. Smaller banks, the issue is different. They have started surfacing data. They have realized that their competitors, especially that are fintech companies like Rocket Mortgage, Lending Club, and others, or some other similar competitions, or the new tech companies, Apple, Amazon, which are providing financial services, they are using data tremendously for customer-centric approach, building relationship with customers, having foresights on business strategy. There are a lot of things that they're doing, and now they are sensing that they need to do it. However, what I've observed is smaller institutions are also thinking now in a traditional way. They're starting by building data warehouse, not with business focus. And I think we should be talking more on this aspects as to how to start this journey, what should be the focus, and so on and so forth. But I think I have covered your initial question is that enough? And I think there are some institutions that are doing enough, but there's lot more to do.
Well said, Yogesh. But how can you get started?
Yeah, essentially that's what I was leading into, that many organizations are starting with, just because my competitor is doing, because somebody else is doing, I need to have a data warehouse. Absolutely wrong way to start. Your focus should be, what are my challenges? What are my business goals? And can data be an answer to achieving those goals, solving these problems? And once you start that, then you could obviously have a strategic view, but then you are going to align right technologies to solve those specific challenges and business objectives with specific ROI in mind. Lot of data strategies or data plans are failing because organizations are just building these massive data warehouses, sometimes using the old stack, sometimes not leveraging the, as I said earlier, no code solutions, which are AI driven, that are doing a lot of functions that we're doing, corporates were doing manually, now in an automated way. So to start with, have a business case, number one. Have a broad strategy, obviously, along with that specific business case. So 5 challenges and 5 objectives, whatever it is, prioritize those. Have a challenges around all these, have a strategy on all these challenges and your goals around how you want to build data infrastructure. Even in data infrastructure, please, I would say, advise all the institutions to look out for the new stack. If you go the traditional way, you are starting actually with old technologies. When you have cell phones, mobile, you don't want to invest in laying out cables and landline phones. Do not do that. There might be a requirement in some exceptional cases, but otherwise you want to adopt or put most of your data in the new data lake stack and use it. So start with end consumption in mind. Always have a clear ROI strategy, have a broader data strategy, and sign up for the latest and greatest data technologies that are significantly automated, less dependent on developers. I think that would be my input into this, Aditi.
Well said, Yogesh. That was a very interesting session. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Aditi, and we should continue talking about this. I know we have had several sessions, and more I talk to senior leadership in financial institutions. I think there is a more need to do this. So thank you for having this session, and I look forward to continuing and having more sessions like this. Thank you very much.